It's gonna be food.
Oh, Jaron!
Support your Grizzlies by voting for them to the 2026 All-Star Game.
Oh, eating with the big swat. On the deck, floats it up, off the glass and in! Cedric Power, yes sir!
Vote now by going to grizzlies.com/allstar.
Watching the Grizzlies is easy with FanDuel Sports Network. If you have cable or satellite, you're all set. Find us on your channel lineup. You can also use your TV provider login to watch games on the FanDuel Sports Network app. No cable or satellite? Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network online. You can also watch on Prime Video by adding a FanDuel Sports Network subscription. Not sure where to start? Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com to learn more.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
The world needs B2K.
B2K's breakup was a huge shock to their fans.
Boys for Life Tour.
Live from FedEx Forum, this is The Odds Couple on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Here's Rob Fisher and Lang Whitaker.
Hello, people.
Single on Lang.
I'm Lang Whitaker. I'm not Rob Fisher. Rob Fisher is still on assignment. Should be back next week. I mentioned to Rob, I was saying he was on assignment. He said, I like that. Rob likes that phrase, on assignment.
On assignment.
Yeah, he's on
Parts
assignment.
unknown.
Who knows? But he should be back next week. I'm Lang Whitaker. He's John Roser. He's CJ Hurd. He's Jacob Stopcutty. Welcome back, John Roser. You're the
What
one who's
up?
been out. Yeah.
Yeah. Been out the last
Sound
couple
good?
nights. Yeah. The voice, it's still not
like
100%.
85%?
Yeah, we're probably 85%. Still not 100%,
Yeah.
but that extra day definitely helped a bunch. Yeah.
I called in on the double post last night, your post game show.
Yeah.
And I said, man, did John Roser pick a hell of a night to fake being
Yeah,
sick?
That's the crazy thing is, like, I tell you, I am sick, but I'm not like, I don't feel horrible.
Yeah.
I've never felt like horrible during this time, even though I have a little bit of a sinus infection,
Yeah.
but like I haven't felt horrible. I just had no voice. I
Yeah.
could not speak. And that's
Yeah.
tough when that's what you do for a living.
Yeah. CJ, how you doing?
I can speak just fine, so I'm good. Speak just fine, breathe just fine, not to rub it in both nostrils right now.
Good job.
Working. So, it's
Yeah.
good. It's all good
Yeah.
over here. Woke up. I don't have a crook in my neck.
I woke up
I'm
with a
good,
crick in my
baby.
neck, which is the worst. And I'm on about 35% nasal congestion. 65% clear. One of them's got a little bit of little action going.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're here. We're going to talk about finally the Final Four is here. College football Final Four. The NFL playoffs start this week. So we got a lot to get into and to go over. I found this article yesterday on ESPN.com. I thought it'd be fun for us to talk about. A look at some of the wildest bets of 2025.
Yeah, for sure.
I picked out a couple, 4 or 5 of them that I thought was worth us going over. January 9th, a bettor with DraftKings placed a 50-cent, 19-leg college basketball parlay. The odds were plus 43,473,946.
Wait, what was
946. It was a 19-leg college basketball parlay.
Damn.
All 19. It was a 50-cent bet. All 19 teams covered the spread. 17 of them were from small conferences, including Stetson, Jacksonville, and IU Indianapolis. The 50-cent bet won $217,000.
Damn.
Yeah, no, maybe we should be like micro betting. You bet 50 cents here, $1
50
here.
cents here,
on
$1
these giant.
Like 19, 20 team parlays. Yeah.
But I bet if you did like a 10-team parlay, it would do half that, right?
Yeah, right.
Presumably. So like 100,000. Like, so you bet 50 cents here or there. But I mean, what are the odds? I mean, the odds of hitting 19 is almost inconceivable.
Right.
Hitting 10 is probably just about as hard.
Right.
So remember in June, JJ Spawn won the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
He was a 150-1 long shot to win the U.S. Open. The longest odds of any player to win the U.S. Open since Phil Mickelson, to win anything actually. The longest odds of any player to win anything since Phil Mickelson won the PGA Championship in 2021.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mickelson never won the U.S. Open. That's the one he couldn't win.
But Mickelson was like a generational golfer. Right. You kind of see, maybe he messes around one weekend and gets hot.
JJ Spawn had a hell of a year.
He did, yeah. And he was a guy who was sort of like under the radar, but was good for a few years before that. I don't think anybody knew him. August 30th, and maybe this was Fish. He didn't tell us about this. August 30th, a bettor with DraftKings picked the winner of all 15 MLB games that Saturday. It was a $5 bet, a 15-leg parlay, and the guy won $125,000.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
By the way, JJ Spawn, he lost in the playoff here to Justin
That's right.
Rose
Yeah.
in the St. Jude Championship.
They played like the 18th hole three times in a row or whatever it was. Yeah, that was a good one. September 7th, this is the NFL one. The Buffalo Bills mounted a remarkable comeback to beat the Baltimore Ravens 41-40 in the primetime game. Week 1. Do you remember that game? Week 1 of the NFL season. The high-scoring affair resulted in the biggest win on any game for customers at BetMGM on the year, the sportsbook reported. In their earnings call, DraftKings said Bills-Ravens produced the biggest loss ever for the sportsbook.
Wow.
So I guess, I don't even remember what the line was on that game, but I guess everyone was big on the Ravens for that one because the Bills won by 1. And the Ravens were kind of everyone's pick coming into the season before it all fell apart on them. And last one, September 11, a bettor with Caesar Sportsbook bet $715,000 on plus 140 underdog Terrence Crawford to beat Canelo Alvarez.
Oh.
Crawford won by unanimous decision.
Crawford won that fight easy.
And the bettor netted $985,000, so $1 million.
Yeah.
Basically. I think boxing's the one that like I would just I'm parking boxing. I ain't betting on boxing.
Yeah, right.
Because it's like it comes down to the 3 judges, and they always see it completely different than everyone else sees it, and there's all kind of shenanigans with boxing. So I don't know. Boxing used to be like the big thing. Like
for sure.
Now we all steer clear. I saw another one on this list of crazy bets. It's on ESPN.com. It's pretty funny. There's a lot more than this. There was another one where it was about somebody did like a 12 or 13 team college football under parlay, and it reminded me of years ago we did that parlay.
Yeah,
I think it was 6 teams first half unders. Remember that? Or 6 team? Yeah, first half unders.
Yeah.
And we got them all right except for the last one.
Which
was Hawaii. Somebody put a Hawaii game in there, and we were all like, no one watches Hawaii.
Yeah, right.
Why do we put that in there? All right, so I've got another exercise for us. Last night during the Grizzlies game, GCM Steven and GCM Chloe came to me. And it was during the second half, which was good because nobody was watching the second half of that Grizzlies game last night. They came to me and they were like, hey, we're going to do something, a little exercise for Twitter or Instagram, where we're going to rank the remaining quarterbacks that are left, AFC and NFC, do 2 separate lists. They're like, do you mind just giving us like a list to go off of to start with? And I was like, yes, but why don't we just talk about this on Odds Couple? Because this seems like something we should try to come up with. So I've got a list. Jacob has a list of just the names. We got to put them in order of who we think are the best quarterbacks in the AFC.
Yeah. And
then we'll do the NFC. Let's start in the AFC. There's 7 remaining in each conference. And in the AFC, you got Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, Drake May, Bo Nix, Aaron Rodgers, and C.J. Stroud.
Okay.
So, like, of those guys, who's is
Josh Allen's the best.
Josh Allen's number 1?
Yeah.
Is that what we're going with? CJ,
yeah, I think we'd all agree on that.
Josh Allen, MVP. None of the rest of them have MVPs, conference championship game appearance. And I don't.
Are we going off career
Aaron
or like
Rodgers,
this? I think we're going off this season, though, right?
Well, yeah, even with this season,
I'd still take Josh Allen.
Taking this in
would you take him over
consideration-
Drake May this year?
Yes, because he's got the experience. right? In the playoffs, it's not just about what you can do on the field and what you've done during the season. It's also about, hey, can you handle it? Because it's going up a level in intensity. Can you do that? Can you lead your team through that? And Josh Allen has shown an ability to do so. 10 interceptions on the year is concerning, but like there's no way you can game plan against that. You can game plan against May. You can't take receivers away from Allen and expect you got him under contained, because now he can beat you with his legs. He's so dynamic, man.
That separates him from Drake May a little bit. Do you put Drake May number 2? Is he the second best remaining? I mean, the other guys.
I think that's fair. If you want to put Drake May there, I'm not gonna.
I mean, the other guys who were in that conversation for the 2-3 spot in my head are it's Drake May, Trevor Lawrence, Bo Nix,
Herbert. Yeah,
I'm not putting Herbert there.
So I know you're not going to put Herbert there, but I would say Herbert. If you wanted to put Herbert there at number 2, I'm not going to argue with you. He lost both of his tackles this year and just absolutely gets his ass kicked every game because they have no offensive line now. And
last time he's been in 2 playoff games throughout the course of his career. So we'll go to the notebook. Work
Which
closely.
one?
Work closely. The first playoff game was that remarkable choke job the Jaguars ended up coming all the way back. The last playoff game, I do believe it was last year, he threw 4 interceptions and completed under 45% of his passes.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert's going to have to show me something before I start believing he's in the tier behind.
So you go Drake May 2.
Drake May 2.
And then do you put Herbert 3 or Trevor Lawrence or Bo Nix?
Trevor Lawrence
I would put C.J. Stroud over Bo.
Or C.J. Stroud.
I'd put Bo Nix last on this.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd probably have Nix last.
You put C.J. Stroud ahead of Herbert?
C.J. Stroud has been in the playoffs twice. And look at the games he's lost, whether it's been Kansas City or Baltimore. Dude, he has gotten his brains beat in both of those games, like because they just didn't have an offensive line. They haven't had an offensive line, but that guy stood in there, and like they haven't lost because of him. Like Stroud's delivered. So I mean, if you wanted to put Stroud second, I wouldn't be against. I
don't want to do that. I'll put him 3rd though.
Yeah.
You good with that, CJ? CJ Stroud 3rd.
What's the difference in Stroud and Trevor Lawrence? Because I would have Stroud 4th behind Lawrence. I think that Lawrence has, I do believe he has a better completion percentage on the year. Both of them have some of that experience that you need this time of the year in the postseason. Yeah. I think that Trevor Lawrence, and some of this might be also because C.J. Stroud has missed games due to injuries. Yeah. I think Trevor Lawrence is also better in a yards per game type of capacity as well. I would have Lawrence 3, but I'm not so worked up about it that I'll say no, we're not going to have Trevor Lawrence.
So we got Josh Allen 1, Drake May 2. Right now I've got Justin Herbert 3.
No, that's the one I will not stand for.
So we'll go C.J. Stroud 3.
That's fine. Yeah.
And Lawrence 4.
Lawrence 4. Herbert 5.
Do we put Herbert 5?
I would not stand for Herbert being 5 either. No.
Who else in the AFC?
Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
Move Rodgers up ahead of
I mean,
Herbert.
I've got Aaron Rodgers last on my list.
I've got Herbert last. So what are we doing with the last 3?
I would bet
Rodgers, Herbert,
it's Bo Nix, Herbert, and Rodgers.
Do you think in the regular season this year, if you flip-flopped Rodgers and Herbert on either team, do you think the Chargers are still where they are and the Steelers? Because I would bet the Steelers are at a better spot if they had Herbert all year, and I don't think the Chargers are in the playoffs if they have Rodgers this year.
I think they're both probably in the exact same spot.
You have to say that now.
I think they're in the exact same
You
spot.
have to say that now.
I don't think that switching them
changes anything.
Changes too much. It's just like that. There's for me. There's that stench with Herbert. There's that this guy's going to get there after having all of these nice stats and all of these cool moments in a regular season. He's going to get to the postseason and he's just going to fall apart. Or teams with him as the quarterback are going to fall apart. And I'll believe in Herbert when I see Herbert. But if y'all want to pick Herbert, what, 5th?
6. I have him 6. I'll go Aaron Rodgers 7th.
Okay.
Him say, but then that means Bo Nix is 5th. We all right with that? Like, I'm the one who I don't believe him. I'd have Bo Nix last. Mm-hmm. Just I know he's had a great year. I know the Broncos have been awesome all year. I still don't believe in Bo Nix. I will never believe in Bo Nix. I don't think. I'm still scarred from his college experience. Would you guys? Where would you put Bo Nix in this mix? John Rosa, where would you put Bo Nix?
Bo Nix, he's last for me. Like right. I don't know. I've never really thought much of Bo Nix. I mean, even this year, like he does times where it's like, what are you? And then they're down 24 and he comes back and wins the game. Like, I don't know, but I'm
putting him 5.
I also don't really know if I trust the weapons around him either,
That's
whether
true.
it's the
That's
Harvey
fair.
kid or then Cortland Sutton, or they have like Troy Franklin. Like, I don't know. I don't really like Denver's offense.
Oh, yeah. Their defense is awesome.
The defense can be really good. So, yeah, I just don't trust what Denver has on offense. I don't. Bo Nix is never impressed me.
Just 6.4 yards per completion. Bo Nix, that's not great. Does have 25 touchdowns, but 11 interceptions. So he's not great pushing the ball down the field, it doesn't seem like. And then you watch the games and you're like, oh, okay. If there's any sort of, you get him out of any sort of rhythm, and you can do that.
Yeah.
The wheels sort of fall off.
Do you put him ahead of Justin Herbert?
I just hate Justin Herbert. I'm the wrong one to ask.
I don't like Bo Nix. I mean, we all have our
Yeah.
So here's the way I got it.
Y'all both got Bo Nix last. We can keep Bo Nix
I'll
last.
put it. I've got him 5th on my list. I'm trying to be fair. Like, I've got Josh Allen 1, Drake May 2. This is how from us talking. Allen 1, Drake May 2, C.J. Stroud 3, Trevor Lawrence 4, Bo Nix 5, Justin Herbert 6, Aaron Rodgers 7.
Those are like, what say you there? Those last 3. Are you fine
Number
with
5,
that?
Bo Nix. Number 6, Justin Herbert. Number 7, Aaron Rodgers.
Herbert's better than Bo Nix. What the F are we talking about?
Whatever. You say so.
There ain't freaking anybody.
Bo Nix had a better. I mean, Bo Nix's team's in first place.
You would not take Bo Nix over Justin Herbert. No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
No, you
I
wouldn't.
promise you, Jonathan.
If you were an
Rosa, I would
NFL
take him right
GM,
now.
you would not do that.
I would take on my team, the Fighting CJs, Midi Militia, whatever we're calling them. I would take Bo Nix over Justin Herbert. Yes, I would.
You could probably get him cheaper.
You're getting fired.
Well, hey, it happens.
All right, let's go to
It is. The GMs are hired to be fired. It's the same with coaches.
Let's look at the NFC real quick. I guess we all got Matt Stafford number 1, right? The quarterbacks in the NFC are, I'll just do it alphabetically: Sam Darnold, Jalen Hurts, Jordan Love, Brock Purdy, Matt Stafford, Caleb Williams, and Bryce Young. And to me, the 2 kind of easy ones here are Matt Stafford's number 1 and Bryce Young's number 7.
Yeah, right.
Right? Like, those guys, I think we're unanimous on those.
Me personally, I would probably put Purdy 2.
I was going to ask you this because you've also told me like Purdy's sort of a system guy, and he's not.
He's not a system guy because if you watch, I mean, I know Mac Jones like won there, but if you watch how Mac Jones played quarterback with the Niners and watch how Brock Purdy plays quarterback with the Niners, it's totally different. Like, it's totally different. Like Purdy calling stuff out at the line, changing stuff, audibling like crazy, and Purdy throws the ball down the field.
Do you put him
And
ahead
Mac
of
Jones,
Sam Darnold?
And Mac Jones doesn't do that. Yeah, I think Purdy's better than Sam Darnold. Caleb's the interesting one, and Jordan Love is too. It's because Jordan Love and Caleb Williams could both be number 2 on this list, number 2 and 3, but it's more of they got to show it to me at some point. Like Jordan Love last year against the Eagles in the playoffs was not a great performance. The year that they could have upset the Niners in 2023, Jordan Love threw 2 awful interceptions in that game, like horrible interceptions. And the last one was the deciding one. It cost them the game. But Jordan Love also has times where you're like, holy crap, that guy's amazing. And Caleb Williams the same way. Caleb's just a little inaccurate, and that Bears team is not winning because of Caleb. Caleb doesn't turn the ball over, which is amazing. That is something important. But the Bears win because they run the ball and they get turnovers.
Right.
But I think Jordan Love and Caleb could both be up there at number 2. But right now, I'd probably put him number 2. And Hurts has won a freaking Super Bowl. I don't know why. That guy's been awesome in both of those Super Bowls.
Their offense this season hasn't been great.
Their offense is so garbage. They'll go from looking amazing in the first half, and then they don't complete a pass in the second half.
The way I've got this right now is Stafford 1. Because of your argument, I got Brock Purdy 2. Then I put Sam Darnold 3 and Caleb Williams 4.
I would put Jordan Love ahead of Sam Darnold. I'd put Jordan Love ahead of Sam Darnold. I put Jordan Love and Caleb over Sam Darnold.
Where do you put Jordan Love in the mix in the East? NFC. I'm sorry.
I'd put Love ahead of Williams, but behind Hurts. Hurts on that playoff run. 2 times played 4 games. 2 times he rushed for over 70 yards, and that's a big part of it. Can you be, when the receivers in the passing game aren't working, can you make plays with your legs? And Jalen Hurts can do that. And this is a time of the year where typically he does do that. Also, 4 games in the postseason last year. I know it's this year, but 4 games in the postseason last year. He was, of those 4, 3 of those games, he was completing over 70% of his passes. So he's showing accuracy and he's showing ability to make plays with his legs. I understand what that offense has looked like, but they are the only returning divisional champ to this year's playoff. So as bad as it's looked and as frustrating as it's been frustrating as we take another look at the workplace slate. Notebook, where's my there they go. They're right there. Since November, the Eagles, 19 points per game. That puts them at 25th in the NFL. And they're 0-for-7 on 4th down since November. So for whatever reason, some of that tush push ain't working quite the same this year. The tush ain't pushing. But I would have Hurts third. Brock Purdy, the way he's ended the year, I'm not the biggest Brock Purdy fan, but the way he ended the year, take that Seattle game out of it, all of those injuries for the 49ers caught up with them in that game, a real ugly game. But he's 225 yards here, 230 yards there, 3 touchdowns here, 5 touchdowns there, right? Like he's had a good end to the season. I would still give the nod to, I would have Hurts second, Purdy third, and then
Darnold fourth?
Darnold 4th, 5th,
Love or Caleb.
Love, and then Caleb, and then Bryce. That would be how I would do it.
I'm not opposed to that.
So we go Matt Stafford 1, Hurts 2.
2 Super Bowl winning quarterbacks.
Purdy 3, Darnold 4. Caleb
Purdy
Williams
got to a Super Bowl, didn't he?
There's so much variance with these quarterbacks in the NFC because, like, whether it's Purdy, Hurts, Bryce Young, Jordan Love, Caleb Williams, like these, Darnold. Especially, I think Purdy, Hurts, and Darnold, there's so much variance with those three. Like, all 3 of those guys, when they are on, like, they look freaking awesome and look like top 5 quarterbacks in the league.
Where do you put?
And then we have seen them all just look like, what the hell happened to these dudes? They just forget how to play quarterback?
The last one then is, would you rather have Caleb Williams or Jordan Love?
Long-term, Caleb.
Right. But no, like right now, who's the better one right now?
I mean, right now, I'd probably take Love. Just because Caleb's inaccurate. Like, man, there are some throws you see, and it's like, dude, that guy is wide open. Like, wide, and he just sails it over their heads. It's like, how do you miss that right there, you know? But the best thing about Caleb, I will say that why I like Caleb more than Jordan Love is, dude, Caleb does not turn the ball over. He does not throw picks. For as crazy as inaccurate as he can be sometimes, he does not throw picks. Yeah. Pretty impressive.
All right, so there's our NFC list. We got Stafford, Hurts, Purdy, Darnold, Caleb, Jordan Love, Bryce Young. All right, do with that what you want. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we've got a game tonight. We got a game tomorrow night. We got football games for the next 5 days, and they matter. We're in the playoffs for everybody. You're watching The Odds Couple here on Grind City Media.
Watching the Grizzlies is easy with FanDuel Sports Network. If you have cable or satellite, you're all set. Find us on your channel lineup. You can also use your TV provider login to watch games on the FanDuel Sports Network app. No cable or satellite? Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network online. You can also watch on Prime Video by adding a FanDuel Sports Network subscription. Not sure where to start? Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com to learn more.
Memphis. Monday Night Raw returns with non-stop action, unmatched energy, and the superstars you love.
We don't get mad, we get even. We don't go home till we beat them. This is our time, we ain't leaving. Give me a crown undefeated.
Witness the moments you'll never forget. Monday Night Raw, Memphis. Monday, February 16th. Tickets and Ringsider packages on sale next Friday.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
to The Odds Couple on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Here's Rob Fisher and Lang Whitaker.
Welcome back to The Odds Couple.
Hey, Lang.
Here on Grind City Media, I'm Lang. Rob Fisher's on assignment. John Roser, CJ Hurt, Jacob Stockcutty are all here. And it's time for that segment that, are you ready for this, CJ? That we like to call Pick It or, Pick It.
Pick.
Or Park It.
Oh, there we go.
I realized that we did the picks this week. We don't have big dogs. We didn't do big dog picks.
Well, there's not really any.
Yeah, there's not a lot of games.
We'd have to take the Panthers.
Yeah.
We'd essentially have to take the Panthers.
Hey, I'm not doing that. All right, we're going to pick it or park it, and we're going to start in college football because tonight, down in Phoenix, you get the Miami Hurricanes against the Ole Miss Land Sharks, Rebels. I don't know what we call them. Let's look at some trends here. Ole Miss is 15-1 straight up in their last 16 games. And Ole Miss is 13-1 in the last 14 games this season. Miami is 12-2 in its last 14 games. The line on this one is Miami minus 3.5.
Yeah.
Over-under is 52.5. I mean, we're all going to have picks on these later, right? So it doesn't matter. We can just talk about it.
Yeah, we can talk about it right now.
I mean, I'll pick this one. And to me, Ole Miss is the hottest team in college football. They look great. Trinidad Chambliss was the best player on the field in the Sugar Bowl last week. The thing that I always didn't believe in Ole Miss was their defense, and they looked pretty good against Georgia last week. Carson Beck's a better drop-back quarterback than Gunnar Stockton. He might be able to pick them apart a little bit more. But I don't know if Miami, as good as their defense has been, is going to be good enough to stop Trinidad Chambliss. So I'll take Ole Miss and give me the points. Give me the 3.5. I'm going with Ole Miss. John, what do you say?
Yeah, I'm on Ole Miss here. Ole Miss, the last time they scored fewer than 30 points was October 11th against Washington State. This comes down to, I think Ole Miss can score. And I think Ole Miss can score on anybody. And Miami's defense is awesome, too. I know Chris Vernon gave this stat. Miami's has not allowed more than 24 points in a game all season long. But I think Ole Miss can score on anybody. And I think they will score here. And I think they'll do a good enough job defensively. I said on Chris Vernon, I'll say it here, Ole Miss. 31-17. I like Ole Miss and the team. Ole Miss's team total is 24.5. I like Ole Miss to go over their team total, too.
If you picked against them, would your fiance speak to you? What would she
yeah, that'd be tough. That'd be tough. But, yeah, no. Hotty toddy. Go Rebs. Got the helmet right here.
Yeah, I see it.
Let's go.
Dr. Rebel.
Let's go Rebels.
When we walked out of the Sugar Bowl last week, my son was like all in tears, and he was like, man, all my friends are going to just talk so much trash. And a lot of his friends were there with their parents.
Yeah.
And I had spoken to the parents, and they were like, look, we're going to go to New Orleans. It's not that far from Memphis. They were like, if we win, we aren't going to Phoenix because that's a whole nother money thing. So I told my son, I was like, hey, if your friends talk trash, tell them if their parents don't take them to Phoenix, their parents don't love them.
Apparently, they're taking them to Phoenix.
They're not, because a bunch of them are still in school today.
Okay. Well, they didn't, but apparently some Ole Miss fans did because they are expecting over 35,000 Ole Miss fans at that stadium.
If they do it, great. I don't know how many. That stadium holds
it's probably 60, 70, 60 to 70, yeah.
Might be half and half. It was like probably
Miami
65%.
won't have that many,
Miami.
but
I don't know. Maybe they will because if they win the home game, they'd have a home game.
Miami,
yeah. So I don't know. CJ, what are you going to do with this one?
I'll pick. I like Miami laying the 3.5. Right. I hear what you're saying, Roser, about Ole Miss's defense being able to score. Take it easy over there. Don't be mad at me. Stop banging on the table. But I think this Miami defense is really, really good. Mesidor and Bain Jr., the two standout defensive linemen for Miami, two dudes who will have their names called in the first 2 rounds of the NFL draft. I've looked at 4 or 5 different draft analysts trying to do show prep and things of that nature, and all of them have Bain Jr. in the top 10, and most of them have him in the top 5, right? Like, that's how talented he is on the defensive line. Those two have combined for 19 sacks and 28.5 tackles for loss, right? But now Ole Miss has done a really, really good job of protecting whoever the quarterback is. 18 sacks allowed so far on this season, which puts them at the top of the SEC, fewest sacks allowed this year. But they do allow you to get in the backfield and create havoc. 69 tackles for loss allowed, middle of the pack in the SEC, near the bottom half of college football as a whole. And if Miami can get back there and keep Ole Miss off of their rhythm, out of schedule, not allowing them to get up to that ball quickly and just snap and play, and now they got to think, and now it's, oh no, it's 3rd and long, it's 2nd and long, what are we going to do? I think Miami will be fine defensively. I think that they do that. I also like the under in this game because I do think Miami's defense will hold Ole Miss as it pertains to them scoring the ball. I think Miami can win this game 27-10 and be fine.
The only thing about that is, like, Georgia got in the backfield against Ole Miss. They just couldn't tackle Chambliss. I don't know if Miami will be able to either if they can get in the backfield. Chambliss looked like Michael Vick in that game. He was awesome.
The 2 dudes I named for Miami, particularly Bain Jr., are better than whatever Georgia had out there, which is crazy to stop and think about. Like, Chambliss is not going to be able to run all over the field. That defensive front, not just the defensive line, but those linebackers are better than Georgia.
All those dudes who were chasing Chambliss, C.J. Allen, Dillon Everett from Georgia, they all declared for the NFL draft this week. Like, they're all going to be first, second round picks. So
I think Chambliss is I just think Ole Miss has so many weapons. Like, I do. I think
the 2 guys we didn't mention were Stribling and Lacey, who were awesome.
Lacey, Wallace.
Yeah.
Like, for all the Penn State didn't have wide receivers with James Franklin, like, that Wallace kid transferred from Penn State to Ole Miss and was awesome for Ole Miss this year. So
Penn State didn't have a
maybe the problem wasn't him.
Yeah.
Ole Miss has got weapons, and I think Chambliss is the X factor. I think he can get away, and I mean, he can make some stuff shake. So hotty toddy.
Tomorrow night you get the Oregon Ducks against the Indiana Hoosiers. The Hoosiers are favored by 3.5 in that game. Over under is 48.5. Indiana's 14-0 straight up in their last 14 games. Oregon is 13-1 in their last 14. How about this? On Fridays, it's a Friday game. Indiana's 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games on a Friday. Oregon is 15-6 straight up in their last 21 games on a Friday. I'm going to go with Indiana here, and I'll take the pick. I'll pick them just because nobody's been able to slow them down this year. They look great. I don't know Dante Moore's been great for Oregon. Indiana proved themselves to me defensively. I know Alabama's not, the greatest offensive team ever. But Indiana just stonewalled them, and I think they can do enough against Oregon, and I don't know if Oregon has enough to slow down this Indiana team. I picked Chambliss because I think he's the hottest player on that side of the bracket. I think Indiana's the hottest team on their side of the bracket, so I'll go with the Hoosiers and lay the 3.5.
Yeah, I was not more in that Oregon-Texas Tech game. I was not impressed with Oregon as much as I was just depressed about Texas Tech's offense. I thought Texas Tech's defense was awesome in that game. It did everything they could to keep Texas Tech in that game. But I was not blown away by Oregon in that game. I expect Indiana to win by more than a touchdown here. So, yeah, and I'm not betting against Signetti. I'm not impressed with Oregon. Maybe I'll eat the words, but Dan Lanning, quit taking your shirt off with Pat McAfee. Your team's not winning a national title until you stop doing that.
Yeah. CJ?
National championship coaches don't do that. I know that's Bruce Pearl stuff. Bruce Pearl did a great job at Auburn, too.
Took his shirt off,
Bruce Pearl used to take his shirt off in the student section all the time.
Yeah, women's games.
Yeah, he would love doing that. Bruce Pearl was a great coach, made multiple Final Fours. Bruce Pearl never won a national championship.
You telling me Ed Orgeron never took a shirt off?
Oh, you know Ed Orgeron. Ed Orgeron has a shirt off.
Are you willing to go out on that Orgeron limb?
He got fired after the next year,
also,
too.
Lane Kiffin takes his shirt off all the time. Does that mean he's never going to
not win a national title?
Right.
No, Lane Kiffin's not going to win a national title.
How about this? Lanning also, he always wears because they're in Oregon, he was wearing Travis Scott sneakers and whatever the cool new drops are.
Yeah.
I think that's another sign he's not serious about it.
Yeah.
Just wear the coach's shoe, Yeah. Anyway,
I don't know. He's a little too rah-rah for me.
All this hating on swag, man.
I wouldn't call Dan Lanning swag.
You host the daggum Sneak Fest, Lang. I think you love the coach.
I don't want I want the players wearing them.
Oh, nobody can keep up with Travis Scott drops. There's 500 of them now. Travis Scott's got a million different shoes. It's old. Do something different. They all look the same. Every Travis Scott shoe looks the same.
A couple $1,000. CJ, what are you going to do with this one?
I was very impressed with Oregon's defense. That's a Texas Tech offense that was scoring at will against opponents. In Oregon, after giving up, 34 points to James Madison, turned the water completely off on Texas Tech. So I came away from that game thoroughly impressed by Oregon's defense. Kind of concerned about the offense. Yeah. Indiana is the most complete football team in college in this year. I think Indiana wins this one, but it's going to be a close one. I like Indiana to win. Think Indiana versus Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game. Indiana versus Penn State at Penn State earlier this season. Indiana wins it, but it is closer than the 3.5. Give me Oregon plus the points, and I will be taking the over in this one.
All right, now let's switch over to the NFL. We got games all weekend too. In there, Saturday, it starts at what time? 3:30 p.m. on Fox. You get the Los Angeles Rams at the Carolina Panthers. The Rams are favored by a whopping 10.5 points. The over/under is 46.5. I'm going to pick Carolina in this one just because that 11 points is too many points to me to feel.
Now?
Well, 10.5, whatever. It's too many for me to feel comfortable laying here. Some of the numbers in this one, the total has gone under in 8 of Carolina's last 11 games. And the Rams are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games. I just feel like it's going to be a lower scoring game. That's one thing Carolina can do, and they're just going to try to grind it out offensively. They're going to lose, but I think they can keep it within 10.5 points. So I'll pick the Carolina Panthers to lose, but win the bet. Roser, what do you think?
I would lay it with the Rams. I just think they're way better, and I think they crapped on themselves the last time they played at Carolina and lost that game. I think they'll be ready to go here.
Devontae Adams,
and back. I just don't think the Panthers are that good. Well, is Devontae playing?
I think so. I mean, they didn't have him against the Falcons in that loss.
Yeah. Let's see.
He was a full participant Wednesday.
Okay, yeah. If they got Adams, they're good. Yeah. If they got Adams and he's right, they're going to win the Super Bowl. So.
That was a thick pick.
That is a thick pick.
They're the best team in the league. If they've got Adams, they're the best team in the league. So.
All right.
That's pretty thick.
Real thick.
It is.
A couple of things. Panthers.
That's what she likes.
Hey. Panthers.
GCM after dark, am I right?
Whatever happened to GCM after dark?
They won't let me be great. Y'all know what happened.
We should do it after the double post.
Let's
just keep going. It just goes into
just
it.
Have me emerge from under the desk.
The triple post. Yeah.
The third post.
Let's do it. I like that one. The Panthers are the 7th team with a losing record to make the playoffs. The previous 6 teams are 2-4 in the wild card round. The Beastquake, the Seattle Seahawks won, and then Cam Newton's Panthers won. Both of them were those 2 teams. The Panthers minus 69 point differential is the 3rd worst point differential by a division winner since the merger. Only the 2010 Seahawks at minus 97 and the 2011 Broncos at minus 81 have worse point differentials. The Rams can't. They lost to the Panthers and kind of a fluky type situation. Matthew Stafford, I do believe, had 8 interceptions on the year. 3 of them came in that game, and they still almost won it. They still almost came all the way back and won that game despite a pretty bad game from Matthew Stafford. I don't think that's going to happen again. It's a later kickoff. The first time they played, it was a noon kickoff. This game, like you said, 3:30. So it's a bit more time. You're still having to travel west to east. But I think that the Rams go out there and win this. That being said, the 10.5 is a
lot of
large
points.
number, man. The Panthers are scrappy and plucky enough to go out there and Rams control it, but don't beat them by 11.
Yeah. Or the Rams win like 28-0 and you take the under. Like, or 28-10 or whatever. You could, like, the under could be in play because it's only 46.5. Saturday night, you get Green Bay at Chicago. I just looked up the weather because I was curious. The high in Chicago on Saturday is 35, and they're predicting snow.
Why would you take that away from us? Why would you dome that up? Don't dome that up.
We want to see snow.
Keep it there.
The one thing is, though, like, they're playing the Packers. So if there's one team that's kind of not affected, probably the Bills and the Packers are the 2 that are least affected by that kind of weather. Chicago is a 1.5-point dog at home in that game. Over under set at 45.5. Green Bay 12-2 straight up in their last 14 against Chicago. And Green Bay is 14-2 in their last 16 games on the road in Chicago. So this is the one I might sit because Chicago to me is so up and down. I don't know what you're going to get out of them. Green Bay has not really been inspiring to me either. Matt LaFleur seems like he might be coaching for his job from things I'm reading. So I'll sit this one out. I'm going to park this one. Rose, are you going to have a pick in this one, Green Bay, Chicago?
Yeah, I'm gonna lay the points with the Packers.
Right.
I think Green Bay should have probably won the last time they played in Chicago. They played twice in that 3-week span. I think Green Bay's the better team. Although the injuries they concern me big time. They do. So you're probably right to stay away, but I still think the Packers are a little bit of a better team. Caleb's first playoff game. I'll lay the points with the Packers.
All right. CJ?
The Packers are, let's get this right here. Packers since 2000 are 39-14 versus the Bears. They are also 10-2 versus the Bears since 2020. The Bears' last playoff win came in 2010. I think the Packers have the Bears number. They win this one. I like them to cover in this one as well. But if the Bears defense continues to be on the turnover tear that they are on, they're they're plus 22, 23 turnover differential. If they continue to do that, they could get out of here with the win. Also, that Packers D pre-Parsons injury. He got injured December 14th against the Broncos, if I remember correctly. So pre that injury, they were 6th in the NFL in opponents' points per game, 5th in opponents' yards per game, and 11th in the NFL in sacks with a 9-3-1 record. From that moment on, December 14th, the injury on, 25th in opponents' point per game, 30th in opponents' yards per game, and 32nd dead last in sacks. Somebody's going to have to find a way to get some pressure at some point in time. Otherwise, it'll be a one-and-done type of situation for them. But I think they got enough to get past this Bears squad this year.
All right. Let's turn the page to Sunday. You get 3 games Sunday, starting with Buffalo at Jacksonville. Buffalo is a 1.5-point dog in this game. I'm sorry, 1.5-point favorite in this game. Jacksonville, being at home, still a dog in this. And the line on this one is 51.5. I think we all went into this season thinking Buffalo was going to have their shot to win the conference. Everyone else was falling out of the wayside. You think the Bills, this is their year. They're going to do it.
Yeah.
And now they're playing Jacksonville on Sunday. And at Jacksonville. Jacksonville's been a really good story this year. They've been fun to watch.
Great story.
They've been all that, and they're not going to beat Buffalo on Sunday. I'll take Buffalo and lay the points. I'll pick it. I'll take Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm going to pick it too. I'm going to lay the points with the Bills also. I think this is I expect Jacksonville to come out strong in this game. Much like I feel like this could be a lot like how that second Bills-Patriots game was.
Right.
Where the Patriots jumped out on them again, and it's like, oh, after the Patriots beat them the first time, it's like, is it going to be real? And then the second game, they did. New England jumped out on Buffalo again. It's like, oh my gosh, it is real. And then the second half happened, and Buffalo scored on every position. I could easily see the Jaguars being up something like 21-7 at halftime or something like that. And then the second half, the Bills, the veteran experience, Josh Allen being the best quarterback in football, that comes into play. So I'll lay it with the Bills.
CJ?
The Bills are right now riding an 8-game road playoff losing streak, tied for second most consecutive road playoff game losing streaks. Last win came in 1992 against the Dolphins. Josh Allen on the road is 0-4 in the playoffs. Now, if I remember correctly, I do believe all 4 of them were against the Kansas City Chiefs, if I remember correctly.
And he's had some monster performances in those two.
And it wasn't because of him.
Yeah, right.
5-0 in wild card games, though, averaging about 340 total yards, a little bit more than 340 total yards, and about 3 total touchdowns in 5 wild card games. It's going to come down to him. It's going to come down to, can he once again throw this Bills team on his back and drag them through a game? The Bills do run the ball really, really well, and they do have a tremendously balanced attack, especially considering what the NFL has become. Everybody's trying to throw the ball, and the Bills are right there around 50-50 run-pass splits. This is the best player on the field versus the best team on the field. The way that Jags team is built is really, really good. You brought it up, Lane. Like, they've been a fun story, and they are built well. All those pieces fit. But I think Josh Allen is just too much of a playmaker and a difference maker in this one. The Bills cover the 1.5.
I feel like the same thing. It's just Josh Allen's the best player in that game. So
Yeah.
you go with that team. Now we get to Roser's team. San Francisco at Philadelphia. Philly's favored by 4.5 in this game. The over-under number is the second lowest out of all these NFL playoff games, 44.5. And I looked this up because I was curious. The total has gone over in 8 of San Francisco's last 11 road games. But the total's gone under in 7 of Philly's last 9 home games. So I don't really know which way to go on this one. I'd probably sit this one out, the 4.5. Like, I think the Eagles are a stronger team, but they've kind of struggled on offense. San Francisco has been banged up worse than the Grizzlies this year and still managed to keep winning games. I don't know which way to go on this one, so I'm sitting it out. Roser, what would you do on this one?
I'm going to take the Niners plus the 4.5 because I'm a homer here. The reason the total is that low based off that is the Eagles. It's the longest, it's close to the longest amount of time to get to the line of scrimmage and actually get their playoff. They are a very much possess the ball, run the clock down. The Eagles also 3-and-out percentage. The Eagles of all the playoff teams have the highest 3-and-out percentage in the league. They actually have the highest 3-and-out percentage of any team in the NFL. They're 32nd in that. 28.1% of their possessions end in a 3-and-out. If the 49ers can actually be good on first and second down and keep the Eagles in third and long, which that's what happens to the Eagles offense when they stay in third and long,
trouble.
That's when trouble happens. The Niners have new linebackers. All of the Niners linebackers that were on their 53-man roster are all hurt, and none of them will play. So they got new ones, Eric Kendricks, and I think it's Kazir White. They signed him, who actually played on the 2022 Eagles team that lost to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Look, I have no idea what to expect. I don't think Trent Williams or Ricky Pearsall are playing in this game, so I really don't know. But it's a homer pick. Give me the Niners 24-19.
Eagles are, in their last 5 playoff home games, they forced 14 turnovers. So this defense has done its fair share of
awesome.
lifting in the Eagles postseason.
It's almost like
run.
an SEC defense.
Yeah, their defense is loaded with SEC players.
Damn near Georgia
It's
defense.
a Georgia
Yeah, it
defense.
really is. All Georgia players.
But no, I think defensively,
It means more.
that the Eagles are going to be just fine in this one. Also, the 49ers are the walking wounded, man. This has been the story that has impressed me the most this season, that the 49ers have been as good as they've been with all of the injuries that they've dealt with. And Roser, I don't know if you've seen this theory floating about online or anything, but some people are saying that there's too much of an electrical current where the 49ers
I sent it to
practice.
Roser.
There's a guy
That's some
who
good stuff.
there's a guy who covers the Niners who this story was actually out earlier in the year.
Okay.
It came out earlier in the year, but it's now getting like really passed around because somebody new has brought it up. But I have no idea. By the way, I just saw this. Trent Williams is practicing today, so maybe that's good news for them.
That's great
He
news
is
for
practicing
him. If he
today.
doesn't play, the 49ers are 4-13 without Trent Williams in his career, right? Like, that's guaranteed loss damn near without him. They need him out there.
And he, as old as he is, he's not what he was like 2-3 years ago, but he still graded out PFF as the 3rd best left tackle in the NFL this year. So,
what's the drug they like to take called? The moose tranquilizer time. It's moose trank time.
Moose trank time.
In
Yeah,
the
yeah,
NFL, man. Where
When you
if
said
you're
what's
in
the drug called?
Is it Toradol?
Toradol. There he
Toradol?
is.
I don't know. As soon as he said, what drug do they like to take? I was like, I don't know where this thing's going.
Yeah, the moose tranquilizer. It's time to get injected in your ass or wherever they put that shot at, man, and get out there on the field. Torn triceps off the bone, broken bones. It's playoff time, baby. Go out there and play. But I do like the Eagles laying the 4.5 in this one. I like the under way more. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring affair.
44.5. Last game on Sunday night, and I just checked the weather on this one. The Los Angeles Chargers go from beautiful sunny Los Angeles to New England, where the high is supposed to be 34 degrees in Boston on Sunday night. It's a 3.5-point favor for the Pats. 46.5 is the number. Patriots are sort of like the Jaguars to me. It's like one of those fun stories. Everyone's rooting for them. It's weird to see people root for the Patriots and hope that they like not be the villain in this whole thing. So I'm going to go with the Patriots on this one. I'll lay the 3.5. And I just, like you guys have said, like Justin Herbert, for all the talent, like what's he got? What's he done? So I'll go with Drake May and the Pats minus 3.5.
Give me the Chargers. Actually, give me the under. Yeah, because I don't know how much the Chargers are going to score in this game, and I honestly don't really know how much the Patriots are going to score in this game. So give me the under. Let's say Patriots win this one 20-16. That would be a cover for the Patriots, by the way.
Is Justin Herbert, he hadn't done himself too many favors in the postseason, but like the supporting cast has also been subpar as well.
He doesn't have either one of his tackles.
And that offensive line is just bad.
That Eagles Monday night game that they won,
God.
he got sacked 8 times, and they still won that game. It was incredible.
So, like, it's not going to all be on him. I just don't think they can protect him enough for him to make enough plays to win this one. I'll take the Pats laying the 3.5.
All right. Last one on Monday night.
We're going to make Monday night pick?
It's Houston-Pittsburgh.
What?
It's the last first-round playoff game. We should just talk it, right? Like, I mean, we're doing the first round.
We get together on Mondays in the other studio for the intimate, the sensual.
All right.
The sexual.
Okay, we'll stop on this one. Yeah. We'll hold off. Yeah, we'll come back. We'll give you our picks for the weekend. Okay. And then we'll get out of here. You're watching The Odds Couple on Grind City Media.
How are you able to release and have an instrumental song become a huge deal?
And I forget who the disc jockey was, but he put the wrong side on. He put the Green Onions by mistake and played the B side instead of the A side.
No!
And that's when the change happened. These people started to call the station and say, play that song again.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GBWR.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
We are doing fantastic.
Oh, hi, I'm the Grinch for those who live under rocks.
We welcome you to Memphis.
Well, thank you for having me.
When did you get to Memphis?
Just the other day. I was here, I felt, my sleigh, obviously, take it all the way down.
Of course.
And then yesterday, I ran around everywhere yesterday. I went to the Peabody Hotel. I got to make sure all the ducks got into the pond.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt, live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Welcome back to The Odds Couple on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Here's Rob Fisher and Lang Whitaker.
Welcome back to The Odds Couple.
Yeah, Lang.
It's Thursday. We're almost done with this show. Today, I'm Lang Whitaker. He's Roser. He's CJ. He's Jacob. Roser, you said you sent Jacob something on the Slack.
So this is what the transfer portal has done to college football. On3 posted this. These are college football media preseason national champion predictions.
All right.
Taylor Lewan is the only one who still has a team remaining, and it's Oregon. Everybody else before the season, all of the writers, experts, media people. Look at the teams they picked. You got a couple of Alabamas, you got Penn States, Clemson, Texas, LSU in there, Ohio State, Georgia.
A lot of Penn States.
Oregon. Taylor Lewan is the only one. This is what the transfer portal has done. Because I would bet you 5-6 years ago, if you did these same people, their preseason pick, it would probably be Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State. Everybody would be picking one of like 3 teams, but you see it's all spread out here, and Oregon's the only one even left.
Actually, I just wrote about this for the Grind City Media newsletter for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I wrote about how, like, you guys, CJ likes to hold it against me. I'm an SEC guy, and there's one SEC team left of the 4 teams that are left. But I think it's great. Like, I think it's way more exciting and interesting because anybody could have a shot at this thing. I was never an SEC guy because it was good. It was because it was in my backyard and it was the teams I grew up watching. But I think it's really cool the way it's shaking out now and the way, like, I mean, when I walked out of the Sugar Bowl, I turned to my son. I was like, I think Indiana's going to win a national championship. Like, this is crazy. But here we are.
I mean, just think about the stories. I think Indiana's going to win a national championship. That's never been done. I think Oregon's going to win a national championship. As good as as they've been, that's never been done. I think Ole Miss is going to win a national championship.
Watch Ole Miss mess around and win this thing.
They ain't won one since '68, right? But that we just started letting black people play football then.
Yeah.
I think Miami's going to win one. Well, they hadn't won one since I was in high school. So this is to me, this is great. You throw that up there, and it's like, oh, okay. There's true parity in this sport now. The haves are closer to, comparatively speaking, the have-nots. Because it's not, the SEC is in and the Big Ten's got 2 teams in, and the SEC team that's in, it's not Georgia, it's not Florida, it's not Alabama, it's not LSU. I guess we can throw Tennessee into that mix. It's not Tennessee, it's Ole Miss. They hadn't been to an SEC championship game. Yeah. Ole Miss could win a national championship having not gone to an SEC championship game. They could win a national championship before going to an SEC championship game. That is insane when you stop and think about it. And again, Indiana's just bad at football. They're not supposed to be good at football. And here they are, best team in college football. Yeah. They could win one. This is great. I love it.
It is.
The thing about Indiana that's cool is, like, it doesn't feel like a fluky thing either. Like, they're good on both sides of the ball.
They were here. They were in the playoffs last year.
They were there last year. So it's like you feel like, oh, they've got something going.
The scary thing about them, too, is, I mean, they were paying. Like, they paid Mendoza $2 million. Like, they clearly were paying. But you're starting to see now Josh Hoover, the number one quarterback in the quarterback in the portal from TCU. He's going to go to Indiana, where he originally was, actually, and then transferred to TCU, or was originally committed to him. He's going there. I think, like, was it the number one edge rusher or number one, like, what was it, defensive guy from Kansas State?
Yeah.
He's going to Indiana. So you're starting to see those guys go there now, too, and that's where it's,
Yeah. All right, let's get to our picks.
Picks!
I don't even remember who we picked for the. Did Rob give his picks too? Did we?
Fish never sent picks.
He did. He did send his
send
picks.
picks.
Because I asked him last night. So he's got Ole Miss plus 3.5 against Miami. Indiana minus 3.5 against Oregon. He's taking the Rams, laying that 10.5 points. A lot of points. Pats, Chargers, and going under on Texans.
I could see that. I can see under on the Texans Steelers
for
sure.
Yeah, the number on that one's 39.5. Yeah. I
that game could have 16-10 written all over it.
Yeah.
That game could be 6-3. What
it
are you
could be
talking
6-3
about?
also.
It might be a bad one.
Yeah, I'm giving them touchdowns over here. What the hell's wrong with me? Hell's the matter with me?
Let's go with my picks next. I went with I picked Miami over Ole Miss when I sent this in, and since then I've talked myself into the other way around. So we'll change this one, Rob. I'm gonna go with Ole Miss plus the 3.5.
I hate how much everybody's on Ole Miss.
They look so good against Georgia. It's hard not. The more I think about it, the harder it is to think. And if Chambliss plays as good as he did, they might win the title.
He'll be the best player on the field.
Yeah. Indiana, I think they're going to beat Oregon. I just don't think Oregon's strong enough on either side of the ball to keep up with the Hoosiers. Panthers plus 10 against the Rams. The number's just too big to me. I can't get into that one. The Eagles line's 4.5, but I'll take the Eagles in that one. Sorry, John Roser. And I just took the Jaguars against the Bills to have a weird pick in there because the Jaguars are at home. The Bills have been disappointing this year. Josh Allen's the best player in that game, but the Jaguars have been a fun team to root for this year. So I'll take the Jags. Let's have a little fun with that one.
Yeah, home dog in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I will be taking Miami laying the 3.5. We talked some about the defensive matchup for Miami, but offensively they do have a bunch of skill players on the outside, and Carson Beck is completing over 70% of his passes, and he's got 27 touchdowns on the year. So he's been in these types of moments before. I think you can trust that sort of steadying hand. I'll take Oregon plus the 3.5 in that one. I think this is close. Indiana wins it, but there is going to be close. That Oregon defense is nothing to sneeze at. Give me the Panthers plus the 10.5 simply off the strength of they're plucky, and 10.5 is a lot of points, man.
like plucky.
Give me the Eagles laying the 5.5. Is it 5.5 or 4.5? Whatever it is, give me the Eagles there. The 49ers are just too banged up. And I, too, will be taking the Texans Steelers under in that one, under the 39.5, which we'll talk more about on Monday during the more sensual and intimate odds.
John Roser.
All right, I'm going to take. I am engaged to an Ole Miss girl, so we're going to go hotty toddy. I am now an Ole Miss fan, so hotty toddy.
Oh, no.
I'm not betting against Kurt Signetti, so
You don't have to be a fan of Ole Miss. You can just be engaged to an Ole Miss.
I got to root for him. We got a happy wife, happy life.
Domestic Roser.
Indiana, I know, right? Indiana minus 3.5. I'm not betting against Signetti. Dan Lanning, stop taking your shirt off on TV. 49ers, it's a homer pick. We're going to. Plus the points there. Trent Williams practiced today. That's a good thing. It's going to be a matter of what their defense can do. Can they get off the field on third down? And then what is Vic Fangio going to do? I saw last week Mike McDonald kind of brought his safeties up a little bit because Pearsall wasn't there. There was literally nobody for the 49ers that could stretch the field defensively. Nobody that could go that could run long. Fangio typically plays his safeties high. I wonder if he brings those guys up and plays a similar model that McDonald did. Steelers plus the 3 against the Texans just because it's the Steelers on Monday night at home. I feel like if I'm getting points with that, they're getting Metcalf back, I'll take it, even though I think the Texans are a sneaky team to come out of the AFC. And then I'm going to lay the 1.5 with the Packers against the Bears.
All right.
I've climbed back up to 500. That's impressive.
Yeah, I think we're all.
I was, man.
I didn't even notice that. What's our.
The last month and a half of the season, it's been like a bunch of. I had 1 4-1 week, and then it's just been some 3-2s, 3-2s, 3-2s.
That's how you do it, man. Just a little bit at a time.
A little bit at a time. Greg Schiano, chopping wood, baby.
Chopping wood. Pounding the rock.
Yeah.
I was trying to look at Rob.
That's what the Panthers say. Keep pounding.
Rob sent the weekly picks. Oh, yeah. Here, let's see. Overall, can't zoom in. I'm 41-39. CJ's 40-40. Fish is 40-40, and Roser's 40-40. So I'm 41-39.
So
I'm in the lead. But we are all right there.
I believe
right
that's
at
what
500.
they call mid.
Yeah, I believe so.
Actually, I don't think it is.
I call it
having
consistency.
this many picks and being 500, I think is really good.
All against the spread.
All against the spread. I think that's really good.
I'd also point out I have 4 big dogs this year.
You do.
All right. That's my big dog. All right, we're going to get out of here. Have fun watching all these games this weekend. We'll talk about them on Monday, and we'll finally give you that preview for the Monday night NFL playoff game. So for Jacob, for CJ, for Roser, I'm Lang. See you on Monday. You're watching Grind City Media.